Hey guys, it's Sky. This next story that you're about to see is about the app called Brighton. And Brighton is an app that allows you to send anonymous compliments to your friends. So when I was in LA, I sat down with the founder and CEO, Austin Kevitch, and I talked to him about how he came up with the idea for Brighton and how it's actually making a difference in people's lives. He told me a number of stories about how it's actually changing the culture of bullying in middle school and high school and even in college, where bullying is such a problem, and how it's really, helping these young kids. And I think it's a really cool thing to have such a positive app in a world where there's so much negativity on the internet. So yeah, hearing his story was really great. And to follow that, I have another video that's going to take you behind the scenes of the Brighton headquarters. They just moved into a new house in Santa Monica, and I met the team to see what they're up to. A bunch of really great, funny guys who are just so passionate about what they're doing with Brighton. And yeah, it was really fun to see and to just feel the energy of how the Brighton team operates. So hope you enjoy. So first of all, tell me what Brighton is for people who might not have heard of it before.
Yeah, so Brighton is an app that lets you make someone's day at the core. It lets you send anonymous compliments to your friends. So it's a fun way to feel appreciated.
Right, I've used Brighton and I love it. It's incredible getting an anonymous compliment, and it does make your day. It really does fill that purpose. How did you come up with the idea for Brighton?
It actually started with a cardboard compliment box. And really the pivotal moment in my life that made me realize the world needs something like Brighton is when in college, after I had a spine injury in football, I took a semester off and moved to Cape Town, South Africa to study there. And I had a friend there that passed away in a climbing accident. And he was a pretty shy person in real life. And after he died, a lot of people wrote really nice things on his Facebook wall, like positive memories, funny memories, just basically appreciating him for who he was. And I just thought, like, wow, this sucks. He couldn't have seen all this when he was still alive. Like, imagine how much that could change your life if you know how many people really care about you. And I thought the compliment box would be a fun way to get others in on it. So I actually went and built one. Like I got a cardboard box, wrote compliment box, and handed out note cards and said, "Hey, you over there, like, come over here and write something nice about a friend and drop it in the box." And it turned out to be a really, really fun thing. And then at the end of the day, we would open the box and read all the compliments. So it was fun to receive them. Obviously, everyone loves a compliment or feeling appreciated. It was also really fun to write them. So then that's when I had the idea, like, okay, how can I extend this fun concept to as many people as possible? And that's why I started working on the app.
Have you heard from any of the Brighton users about a time where Brighton really changed their day or made their day?
We do get a lot of stories. One kid that I spoke to recently was in high school, and we've seen that he's sent a Brighton for over 100 days in a row. And I asked him, like, what is making you want to do this? And he said, like, I'm not the most popular kid in school. Like, I'm considered your prototypical nerd in high school, but there are a lot of people that I appreciate, and because I'm kind of looked at like as a shy person, I feel uncomfortable telling them these good things about these kids in real life. So he said he uses Brighton as a tool to reach out to everyone around him and constantly compliment everyone around him. So he's like this unsung hero, which I think is so cool.
Was there anything that you learned or anything that surprised you about the Brighton community?
Yeah, when you bring up the surprise, like, there is one that comes to mind. A couple of weeks ago, we got an email from a school teacher. What she said was, "Hey, I love Brighton so much, I want all my students to get on it, but these kids are first graders, so they don't have phones." So then we're like, "Oh, we're really sorry, we don't have Brighton available on the computers yet." And then a couple days later, we get another email from her with pictures. She had the students draw iPhones and draw Brighton on phones, and then they would trade their phones and write each other compliments and then give it back. So they actually, like, drew what Brighton looked like with crowns.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and we hung that up in our office.
That must have been a really good feeling to get that email and just oh my gosh, to see first graders, and it's affecting children so young, which I think is so important today. How important do you think positive energy is in a digital world right now?
Oh, I think the reason why the world needs Brighton is because a lot of these other social networks put a focus on you and your self-promotion, and there's a lot of great self-expression that comes with that, but then there's some downfalls. For example, you're only showing the best of your life, and it's kind of artificial, and it's depressing to see all these people posting the best of their lives, and you naturally compare yourself. It's like, like everyone has the coolest life ever, and I'm just sitting here like bored on my phone. The reason why we make the interaction of sending a Brighten or sending a compliment anonymous is because we want to put the focus on what's being said and not who's saying it. And that way it feels way more genuine and way more authentic. And it really does make that person happier because there's this sense of wonder about receiving a message and it's just focusing on the content and nothing else matters.
We went to the Brighton headquarters for an exclusive look at Brighton behind the scenes. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Check it out.
Baby, 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 oh, thought you'd always be mine.